Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuttapadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitam Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Jakshurunmilitam Yena Dasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Ki Baika Vidya Yamariyadda Rakshati Vaishnavanam Kripavalam Madhava Brastakami Sri Bhakti Dham Bharatimashyami Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bristaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Sri Varshavanavadevi Daitaya Kripavate Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurya Chvala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Sri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudapa Siddhanta Dvantaharine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Gaur, Dandavat Pranam to all the devotees and to all our Gaudiya Guru Varga, Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. So, actually today we have a very auspicious day. That is the day of Shiva Ratri. And already the name, no, Shiva, says that. Because Shiva's name means Mangal, auspiciousness. So just from that name we know already everything. But as Baba Maharaj always telling us that we have some other idea about what Mangal is. No? We are always running in the opposite direction of actual Mangal. And he is saying Baba Maharaj is saying that we don't have the address where actual Mangal is available. So we're searching always on the wrong places. Means in temporary things, which cannot give us ultimate Mangal, auspiciousness. So Srila Prabhupada also used to mention often that there are two kinds of darshans in this world. There is Mansadrik, Prabhupada used to say, and Vedadrik. So this is Mansadrik means to see everything with these flashy eyes. With these eyes we can only see matter, we can only see the body, which is actually today also Babaji Maharaj was telling this, you are so attached to this just one sack of bones, blood, and all these disgusting things. So And this is what is our darshan, Mansadrik. And there's another darshan which is called Vedatrik. That is the eyes, no, which are opened by the Gurudev's. Gurudev is giving us eyes, so to see everything as it is actually. So that is called Vedatrik through the scriptures, no? But scriptures also we cannot read, there we can also misunderstand. So that is the meaning, of course, that we have to go through the Guru Varga, Guru Parampara, and then we can really see what is what, to make a distinction, no, between what is eternal and what is temporary. And everyone, according to his or her samskaras, they have different kinds of darshan. No, darshan means how I look at something. So there are so many darshans in this world, no? Every different kinds of animal have different darshans. Like if the tiger is seeing a young girl, then he is thinking that this is breakfast or something to eat, you know. And some other person has lusty desire or whatever. So they are different. If he looks at the same object, there are different darshans. And the sadhu will think, oh, it's like my mother, no? And so according to our samskar, so it is very important, because that plays a big role, no? If we're always in environments where everybody, you know, we develop those samskars, and then these are also the vision, how we see the world, how we see the things around us. If we in an environment which is always like the working place, for example, where all the people are just looking for more and more money and like some position and this and that, exploitation, so then it will also this environment will have an impression, no, on us. So we will also start. You can see the difference. If one is making holiday for 1 week, or one is staying 1 month in Los Angeles, then you will see how the consciousness will be there. No, but because they have all a different darshan, they have different ideas in life. So but if you go for 1 month to a holy place like Vrindavan or Puri or some place like this, you know, there's a big difference. So one will develop these samskaras according to the place where we stay and where we spend our time with those people who are around us. It plays all a big role. So to really have nice samskaras, we need a very favorable environment. So then, of course, we can also learn if we are in an unfavorable situation. Then if we really learn out of it, then it's good. Then we will also take its lesson and change for the better. No? But samskaras, those impressions are very easily imprinted upon us. So to stay with Guru and Vaishnava, that is the most benefactor's way, or the most auspicious way to purify oneself. Especially also to associate with their Vani, no? With their words and teachings. Yeah, so bhajan, Babaji Maharaj is always reminding us, it means to rectify our darshan. So bhajan in simple language means just to rectify our ugly darshans, in the words of Babaji Maharaj. So that has to be changed, and the highest darshan which is there, that would be like, which we say also Gaudiya darshan, no? So Gaudiya darshan, that is like really the full-fledged deism, no? Everything is included there. There's nothing left out in Gaudiya darshan. So that is a view where really 360 degrees around, everything is covered. No? So that is the highest darshan, which we can get through the line of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta, and our Gaudiya Guru Varga. So there, this kind of darshan will be available. By full submission, full surrender, they can help us to develop this 360-degree angle of vision, no? Nothing left out. And that's something for what we can aspire, or why we have come. No? It's actually about this, to develop this darshan more and more. In the association of Guru and Vaishnava, all that will be possible. And especially also when you come to India, no, so many different people, they are worshipping different kinds of deities, no, or gods. So, and externally it looks like the same. No, the Vaishnavas also, or the devotees, they also go in the temple, they offer something to the Lord, they sing for the Lord, they pray. So externally looks same, but there's a huge difference, no, from in the mood inside. The mood of the Gaudiya devotees is totally different than ordinary people. Those mainly what you can see here also in India, which are going or visiting some temples. Now it's like for example, like one person, he develops a friendship with something, he goes to someone's house just to develop some friendship with him, no? And the other person, he goes also to another person's house and he wants to steal all his items. No, to exploit him, to take more and more out of him. So these are completely two different things. No, the one comes with the mood just to serve, to have a pure heart with a pure intention, and with some kind of sweetness. But the other one, maybe outside also he can be like that. But the mood is like completely different, because his inner desire is to exploit that person, to steal something from that person's home or that place. So this is yes. So many, no, today they go to Shivji in this way, because today India, here in Bharatvarsha, Shiva Ratri is very famous, no? And there are a lot of, almost every Hindu family, they just go out to worship Shivji Maharaj, which is okay, but again, we have to look at the intention, no? So, most of them, they just want something, because they are full of karma, full of desires. They want to get this or that fulfilled in their life, a better husband or a child or whatever it is. So for so many reasons they can come to get a big property. So that is how externally looks same. So many go to the temple, and one can also think, wow, if one is coming from the West and seeing that, he can think, oh, this is very devotional, looks very, how those people, they have so much devotion. I saw also one person, he was, he lives here just in the neighborhood, and we had some furniture work to do. And so I called him, because he's Hindu, and so he can do this work. And then when he came inside, here in Mayapur, our place, he also, there was something to do. I think it was, what was this? To hang the curtains. So he needed to go behind the Shiva Mandir there to hang something, to fix something, with a drill machine like this. And then he stand before Shivji, and he just very hard, looks like very devotional. He bowed down and yes, then he would go and do this work. So, and I thought, oh, so really, I also thought, very devotional mood. But then some days later, or I see him just, he and his wife, they're sitting on the boat and catching fish. You see, that is the thing, no? Externally, yes, many people, they can appear very devotional or very this, but what is in their heart? No, they are fish eaters, meat eaters, like this. So, what is the use? No, will Shivji accept this? No. So that's why outside the majority here in India, it looks like very devotional, but according to Babaji Maharaj also, if not more than 99%, they all want something from Bhagavan. Today, again, he was challenging us that you really want Bhagavan, you put your hand you touch Nishinga Bhagavan, if you really want Bhagavan. Otherwise, you can get leprosy. So, will we touch? So many will fall apart by such questions. Once, like that king from South India, he was also testing because something was stolen in his palace, and then he put also one aquarium with some snakes. There was one hole inside, and he said, I will be the first who put my hand there inside. And then I prayed to Bhagavan, to Paramatma, because Paramatma is sitting in everyone's heart, so that he should not that snake should not bite an innocent person. So, and by that he put inside and nothing happened. And then the other ministers, but they were fearing, because they had some. So in this way, can we also put our hand that we really say, yes, we want Bhagavan. That today Babaji Maharaj was telling. And so really only pure Guru and Vaishnava, they can recognize what we have in our heart. Outside, so many people can make a show of so many things. And this is unfortunately the majority, because precious things are very rare. Pure devotion is such a precious thing, like diamonds and jewels, very costly stones. So these things you cannot get everywhere, but you can get grocery things or something what everybody needs, in everywhere you can get. So this is the same thing. Pure devotion is not so easy to see and find here in this world. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also, he gives a nice darshan regarding the inner meaning of the worship of Panchopasana, because Panchopasana is very well known in India. That means the worship of 5 gods. That is practically, it's Durga, Surya, Shiva, Ganesh, and also Vishnu. So, and this is practiced here in so many temples. So you can worship, they are all for them like the supreme. But that is not our system. But what Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is, what Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's darshan is, that he uses the same concept for a universal state of consciousness. So each and every living being in this world must somehow or other worship, doing puja of one of these deities. So either it will be Durga, or it will be Ganesh, or it will be Surya. That depends on the state, on the level of the development of consciousness. So, for example, like Durga. Durga, these are those who worship Durga, they are called the Shaktas. To worship Durga, these are people in this world who just their senses are always engaged in the material world. Their senses go only out, never inwardly. So they just want to see and hear and smell and taste. You know, that is like Disneyland for those people. Like a small child. If you see a small child is born, then they have no attention. No, the small child will just run here and there, whatever new sound it hears, whatever it sees newly, or whatever happens, it will be there. It is just based all on external things. So the children's consciousness is completely outside, because of course he don't know or she don't know. So she or he try to explore, no, all this material world in this way with their senses. So this is like the consciousness of the Shaktas. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains. And then those consciousness level is a little bit higher. Their consciousness is on that stage that yes, they understand there's metta, but they understand also that actually behind metta there's one subtle energy, one energy field, no, which is pervading everything. So they are called the worshippers. So everyone in this world who has this consciousness of just exploring like a child, they will be doing Durga Puja. Durga Puja is not that you go in the temple here and worship Durga Devi, one deity. No, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying each and every one must be in one of these categories. So those persons who are just externally, that's the majority for sure nowadays. So if you go in those big cities, the people are just, their senses going completely outside 24 hours, all the time. No? And even they are not a child, but still they're having this consciousness of only metta, material things. And then those who are doing the Surya Puja, those who worship the sun god, which is representing the subtle, the energy behind metta. So they are a little bit higher. They are called the Sauras. So they are, those are people who have understood. Yes, into all this metta, there's also one fine energy, one subtle energy. And then they base their worldview on this. No? Energy can be converted into another energy. So that is the formula. So that, and then if it's going to another level, like that one understands, yes, actually there is this energy in this material world is still matter. It is also material. And those people get slowly a clue that yes, there is some consciousness, some kind of consciousness which is beyond this subtle and gross matter. I mean, gross material or the subtle energy, which is also matter at the end. No? So then this person or these people, they slowly some realization comes that there is something beyond both of this. And they are not quite sure. For example, the early Christians, or till now, they are also had the idea of the human consciousness, and but the animals, they don't have consciousness. No? They are just made out of matter, but the humans are superior, and so in this way, their idea, what they understood was like this. So that is represented by Ganapati, which is Ganesh also. So because Ganesh, he has an animal head, no? The upper half is animal and the down half is human. So that is like half. They are not sure. They have some, it's mixed consciousness. It's not pure consciousness. No, Shuddha Sattva. So that is some mixture is there with metta. And so it's a state. No? but they understood, because the material scientists, they just understand, yes, that consciousness comes from matter, they are thinking. No? That is all the material scientists still today, most of the majority, they think like this. A few, they have realized, no, it's the opposite. All matter is consciousness is the foundation of everything. So, but those material scientists, they think, yes, everything is just one reaction of electrons, and some chemicals are working, and then suddenly consciousness appears. So, but those who are understanding, no, there's some higher consciousness which is really there, but they cannot really, it's not really totally pure. That's why it's represented by that consciousness of, or that deity. They are doing the puja of Ganesh. They are worshipping all those people who have this kind of consciousness in this world. They are the worshippers of Ganesh. Even they are not living in India. They are living anywhere, each place. All these categories are not bound to India. So it's about the conscious level. Nothing else. So, and then there comes the fourth stage, which is the Shaivite. No? Shaivites are the worshippers of Shiva. So those who are pure Shaivites, they sing Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivoham means that it is that expression or that idea of pure consciousness. So that is consciousness completely free of matter. Now, there's no more any contamination. It is pure consciousness. And there are people, so that's why it is always the level of consciousness. To be a Shaivite is not a cheap achievement. So maybe if one comes to India, one will see also those who are wearing the marks of 3 lines on their forehead, wearing maybe a trident, and having some renounced appearance and some matted hair or whatever. So it's not just by putting this external signs that you are a Shaivite. Shaivite, those who have really realized this level is a very high level. So to realize that pure kind of consciousness and also to identify with it. So it's, and the same is also that because now if you go to the next stage, that would be the Vishnu, the worshippers. So those in the fourth stage, they are worshipping, they are worshippers of Shiva, regardless which country they are. Just everyone is worshipping. That can be some person here and there who has really realized something about this. And then the next stage would be those who worship Vishnu, because that person understands at one point, who has realized this non-dual consciousness, that there's also a superior, there's Paramatma, there's Paramatma, so a superior being which are to be worshipped. And then from that stage, from that pure stage of the Shivoham stage of the pure consciousness, actually also Bhakti begins, because then one is identifying with the soul, no more with the body, with consciousness, and then worships the Lord from that stage. That is pure Bhakti. Then it becomes pure Bhakti to the Lord. But this is also whom we can find on this stage. No? So it's even more rare. If it's already difficult to find someone of this stage of the real Shaivites. The Buddhists, for example, also Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur puts in the category of the Shaivites. So that they can also realize this aspect of the Lord. And Christians, for example, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur puts in the category of Vishnu. They are worshippers of Vishnu, but that is also, it would be because they see the soul and the super soul. So it's a relationship between the soul and the Lord. And that's why they are put it in this category. But still, if you actually look, they have all a polluted kind of consciousness which is full of matter. And that's why we don't count them fully as Vaishnava. The concept is there because of this, to have a relationship with the Lord. So these are stages of consciousness. They are everywhere now, and so we can realize all this by the mercy of Vaishnava. It will be possible for us. So today is Shiva Ratri, and which is a must. I mean, for all Vaishnavas, they have to observe Shiva Ratri. Sanatana Goswami is writing also about this, and it's a very important day for all the Vaishnavas. And Babaji Maharaj today, he told, you also can please go through this class, which is already published. Those who didn't already went through, but there's the Harikatha from today morning, and there will be more explained. So Babaji Maharaj told that yes, some questions are coming to him, or how we can worship Shiva, because it is said that the Brigu's curse is there, that they will, all those who worship Shiva, they become just like some atheists and some antagonists and like this, And then the explanation what Babaji Maharaj is given, that first of all Shiva Tattva is very complex. It is very, because it's in different realms, there are different expansion of Shiva. So, and Babaji Maharaj is telling that we are worshippers of Sadashiv, and Sadashiv is also Mahavishnu. So, Mahavishnu Jagatkarta Maya Shyatara Tasya Vatara Evayam Siyadvaita Chare Ishvara. So, that is the identification of Mahavishnu is identical with Advaita Charya, and that is Sadashiv, the highest expression of Shiv Tattva. And also here in Navadvip you can find, because that Sadashiv, he is non-different from Hari. And that's why in Navadvip Dham, those who were already here, then they must have visited also Harihara Kshetra. Harihara is, Hari is the Lord and Shiva together in one form. You can see one is black and one is white. It's divided into the middle of the face of the whole body. So that is represented that there's no different. It's Vishnu Tattva. And Shiva is not a Jiva Tattva, like Brahma. Brahma, for example, one can attain the post of Brahma, the position of Brahma, if for 100 lifetimes a person is following perfectly Varnashram Dharma. If that person is following, then he can attain the position of Brahma. But to get the position of Shiva, in that way one need to do act 100 lifetimes as Brahma perfectly. So then it's possible. Sometimes there is no Jiva available, like no qualified Jiva to become Brahma, then Lord Vishnu himself takes that form. That is Hiranyagarbha, Brahma. That is exceptional. So then it's also not a Jiva. But Shiva Tattva, that is the Supreme Lord. Shankar himself, Lord Shiva, comes from the Supreme Lord. So, and there Lord Brahmaji, he has explained, Kshiram yatha vikara vishesha yoga sanjayate nahi tatta bridakasti hetu yasham bhutam apita tatsamapaityā karyat govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Kshiram yatha vikara vishesha yoga. So that is like the transformation which is taking place, of cause and effect. This analogy is only given to show the cause and effect. because if you take milk and you put some lemon or some acid, something, then it will transform into yogurt. So in this way, that is milk. You can never get milk again from yogurt. It's in one sense the same, but it's still different. You understand? So that is the analogy which is given here. And there are two ideas, like for example, the Mayavadis, they think, no? They think of Vivartavad, that the Lord himself becomes distorted. Because that example also becomes distorted, but that's why it's only, this analogy is only given because of cause and effect. The Lord never becomes distorted. The Lord always stays the Lord. No? And that's why Vivartavad, that is one kind of, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, this is an impurity of Kali Yuga, that those Mayavadis, they think that the Lord himself will transform. So, no. That is, we always, as Vaishnavas, we always follow Shakti Parinamvad. Shakti Parinamvad is that Shakti is transforming, but the Lord always stays the same. So his energy is transforming, and Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he gave the example of one touchstone, no? Chintamani stone. One touchstone, if you have, you can touch some things and they become gold. You know, you touch some iron, it becomes gold. So, but that touchstone always stays the same. So it never transforms. So in the same way, that is like this example is given by Mahaprabhu, that the Lord always stays the same. Purna, Purnam Madaha. Those things which are Purna, Aprakita Vastu, transcendental substance, they are always complete. Even you take something from them, they are still complete. So that is the meaning. So it's an example of cause and effect, that transformation. And yes, there are so these three types of Shiva we can find. The highest expression is Sadashiv, which stays in Sadashiv Loka, no? Sadaloka, and that is also Kailash, represented as Kailash. So if that purity is there, even now one can experience that in Lord Kailash. So, but to Sadashiv, that is completely free of the free gunas. No, this one has to go through the Viraja river, and Viraja, now I find out, Babaji Maharaj told, that is also Viraja. So Raja means dust also, and V means so no dust. So one must be completely free from matter, dust free. No? And then one can cross that river and enter to Sadashiva Loka. Otherwise it is not possible. And then another form of Lord Shiva is Shambhu. So Shambhu is also very famous. We many times hear this name for Shiva, and it is that form which, because Mahavishnu himself, he cannot have direct contact with Maya, with the illusionary energy. So Shambhu takes that role. He is that glance. Mahavishnu is glancing towards the Prakriti, the material Garbha, the womb, the material womb, to put all the seeds there. So then, and who carries all that seeds, all that possibilities, that Jivas in the womb of Prakriti, that is Shambhu. That is the coming outside of the eyesight of Mahavishnu. And then the creation takes place. And then we have also the Rudra. Rudra is that also one Jiva can become Rudra, actually. This is possible also. And that is the form of Shiva which, at the annihilation of the then he is making Danda Nitya, this dance of destruction. So Rudra is dancing and destroying all the worlds, all the universes, again, till the next annihilation, till the next creation takes place. So these are three aspects in which Shiva can be seen. And but Sadashiva for us is the most important, because Sadashiv can give bhakti, no? And that is why also today is a very important day for all Vaishnavas, and we pray to the Lord. No? First of all, we know that He is the greatest Vaishnava. So Nimnaganam yada Ganga Devanam Achyutayuta Vaishnavanam yada Shambu Puranam idim tata. So Vaishnavanam yada Shambu. So He is the glorified as the Vaishnava Raj, the king of all Vaishnavas. And we all know Vaishnava Vedan Krishna Doyamo Ihena Parama Prati Habena Sadoy. That if we pray ourselves to the Lord, maybe the Lord hears or not. But if the Vaishnavas are praying to the Lord on our behalf, then there's guaranteed that the Lord will hear, because the Lord is always very fond of His and very merciful to His devotees. So the system is always like this, no? Das, anudas, anudas, anudas. We can also not directly pray to Shiva, so we have also to pray to our Gurudev this way. And also the prayer which we can utter today is Vrindavani Pate Jaya Soma Soma Maule Sananda Sanatana Radeya Gopeshwara Braja Vilas Yugange Patme Prema Prachani Robadi Nama Namostute. So these are how we can glorify and honor Lord Shiva, because Vrindavani Pate Jaya Jaya Soma Maule. So, oh, you're the protector of Vrindavan, because Shivji is always the how is it called? Palalok. He is the protector of the Dham. No? Everywhere in Navadvip Dham, we will only get entry by the mercy of Shiva. In Vrindavan Dham also he is the protector of the Dham. So through Shiva we can enter that holy Dham. So he is protecting everywhere the holy Dham. In Puri also, everywhere. He has some place as protector. And Jaya Soma Soma Maule. So Soma means the moon. He is always carrying a moon on his head. And he is also worshipped by all those rishis like Narad, Sanatan, Sananda. And so please bestow this Braja Bhakti upon me. That is the prayer for the Vaishnavas. No? Because Shivji, Sadashiv, he can give, he can make this a reality, that we attain Braja Prem. So this is how the Gaudiya Vaishnavas they pray. And all our Gaudiya Guru Varga, they have so much love and affection for Shivji. No? That's why Baba Maharaj also told that when he saw at that time, when he was with Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami, sometimes Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami, in his old age, he would worship Sadashiv, with tears in his eyes. He would do the puja. So with so much love and affection, we cannot even imagine. No, they have, they're realizing, they know, they have bhakti, and also Baba Maharaj himself, he also was from his childhood already. He was very attracted to Shivji Maharaj. He's telling that he was always painting. The kids, they're making some paintings of different devatas, different gods. And he was always painting Shivji. So he said, I have one very special relationship with Shivji, from the beginning till now. And that is also a reason why he has installed in our center here Sri Nilakanta Chandramaula Sadashiv, that name he gave. So, and why? Because Shivji is Ashutosh. There is also another name for Shivji. Ashutosh means very, very easily satisfied. So we are not able, because all the time we are doing Vani Seva, we are writing, editing, this. so many things. So who can do puja to Gaur Gadadhar or Radha and Krishna or Mahaprabhu, Gaur Nitai? So it will be very difficult, because to follow all the rules and regulations which are necessary in Archan is not an easy thing, and especially time consuming. You need to offer 3 times daily, do all puja regularly, dress them, bathe them, so many things. So he said that we cannot do. So that's why, but still to get all the mercy or kripa from Vaishnava Raj, from a great Vaishnava, this Babaji Maharaj made manifest from his heart, that Shivji came here also. And Shivji is Asudosh, very easily satisfied just by daily giving little bit Ganga jal, Ganga water and some bell patra, special leaf, then already he is very satisfied, not demanding anything. So that is the advantage, the big mercy which we can get through Shivji, that he is still ready to let all kripa rain upon us, even by that little effort what we do, something. Even he don't want anything, because he also is thinking that all the good flowers and everything good, that should be used for Vishnu. And what is the residue, what some flowers which are not useful for Vishnu's service, that can be used for me. So this way his mood, is Vaishnava. And so our Guru Varga, they have really all, like the Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami, he also installed, that was the beginning. Now it's maybe 10, 12 years back, where Srila Babaji Maharaj started to give Harikatha to a few devotees there. I remember we were just sometimes 3-4 devotees, sometimes more. And it was very nice time also there. Very sitting up in this Shiva Mandir in one room, and Babaji Maharaj was sitting on one plastic chair. Now he has very opulent arrangement. But he is still always the same. Nothing changed for him. He's only using whatever is necessary for that situation. So, and in this way he was giving Harikatha there. And down there was Shivji, is still there, that is installed by Srila Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. And so Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also, he was getting there when he wanted to go to Vrindavan, and then Shivji also appeared. No, why you? You cannot go. Who will take care of Navadvip Dham? Navadvip Dham is Gupta Vrindavan, it is hidden Vrindavan. So I give you the seva to establish all these places, and that's why Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is also called the Prakash, who illuminates, who all the hidden pastimes, the hidden places of the Leela which that time happened when Mahaprabhu was there before 500 years. So that's all. So in somehow also Shivji gave this direction, and yes, Sanatana Goswami also. Sanatana Goswami, he has so much love, and the fact they cannot leave each other. One time Sanatana Goswami, because he was getting elder, and seemed like that he has some trouble to go to do daily the offering of Shivji, to put water there and this. And then Shivji appeared in a dream, and he said that now I will come to you, you don't need to go. No, I want to go, I'm used to go to you. No, you cannot. So, and then, but somehow on the halfway, this Bankanti Mahadev manifested. That is that form which appeared in Sanatan Prabhu's dream. And then it was on the halfway. So halfway to go for Sanatana Goswami, and the other half was made up by Shivji. So in this way they have so much inner relationship, so much deep love and affection. Shiva to his devotees, and also Sanatana to Shivji. And Yeah, one time also he could no more ride because so much mosquitoes in one of this area, and Sanatana Goswami was fed up. And then somehow, because if he moves, also big problem, this and that. And somehow Shivji arranged that this area, Shivji appeared, and he said, no, from now onwards, no more problems there. All these mosquitoes will disappear. Until now, today, this area is free of mosquitoes. So a good place to stay, and also one can be near the Bhajan Kutir of Sanatana Goswami. So yes, if someone has trouble with mosquitoes, then it's good to go there. And also another devotee which has also a deep relationship with Shivji Maharaj, all our Gaudiya Guru, but from them we know some history, some pastimes. Srila Bhakti Hridaya Bon Goswami Maharaj. And Srila Bhakti Hridaya Bon Goswami Maharaj, he was once also, he was going to Kashi, and there he offered on this day, maybe it was on this day or some other day, very special day, he offered 1108 bell leaves. And he was sitting the whole day fasting and ringing the bell and offering there to Kashi Vishwanath there. I have also seen that Kashi Vishwanath. It's very nice. It's even with wood is inside. It's not a temple on the side. There's some wood and looks very fantastic place also. And then in his book, like the way to Vaikuntha, that is one of his. It's just pouring out his personal experience. No, when he went that time to Yamunotri, Gangotri and Kedarnath and Badrinath. So all this is explained there in this book. It's really recommended for all to go through it, and so much nectar will be there because it's a whole his life experience, no? How he just gone through from this place to that place, and with the innermost desire, no, to reach, to get the service of Radharani, and finally also, I mean, he did all his trip, and then after, because then you see how really he was so deeply absorbed in his bhajan that he was underground, no, for the rest of the remaining years. He just stayed underground in one bhajan kutir in Vrindavan. One can also visit this place. It's in Vrindavan near Madan Mohan temple, and then if one can ask, then sometimes they show and one can see, and there he was himself cooking and only doing Harinam all the time and being absorbed, you know, in the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. So, but he explained in this book all it's a very meticulously explained, no, all each details. Even sometimes he is explaining, oh, today for weeks I just get only boiled potatoes and sometimes no potatoes at all, and all this he has explained there, because that time it was different, no? That time it was for months they had to go to these places. Nowadays you can also go by bus. I was there also. I had the fortune to read this book earlier, before somehow it was arranged, and then I had a very good, I had the desire to go there, and somehow Babaji Maharaj also, I was asking that time, and he allowed me to go. It was 1.5 months, and then but that was with the bus, but still it's, you know, it's a very strenuous journey, so much, because go up and down. Sometimes Kedarnath you have to walk. Also Badrinath you can go directly there. Yamunotri you have also to walk, and in Gangotri you can also reach it. But the bus journey is also very long. But can you imagine now to walk all this way? They were doing, you know, at that time. Babaji Maharaj also, when he went there, he is often telling, you know, us how he also had this experience in the Himalayas, to go to all those places, Yamunotri, Gangotri, and how he's explaining how he went really up, and was almost falling down and very dangerous, but somehow Gurudev saved him always. Very, very mysterious places. These are really beyond the three gunas, no? These places. For those devotees, that's why Babaji Maharaj, when he told us once that he met one old Mataji, she looked like Kali, very black, very long hair, dreadlocks, and then Babaji Maharaj had some conversation, how she is maintaining herself here. Yeah, she is going down, so from time to time, and then how she's going, it takes, how many hours, days, weeks, months to go. And she was just laughing. And then Babaji Maharaj explained that, yeah, they have some yogic cities, so they can just go. That's also how sometimes at the Kumbh Mela, they are sometimes astounded that they see so many sadhus there, from where they come. And some of them, they have the capacity to just go, anima and lagima, to become the smallest, more small than the smallest, to become heavier than the heaviest, or bigger than the biggest. So these all some yogic siddhis. And they can become so small like an atom, and they can travel through the flow of Ganga, and then they appear there in Allahabad, there where the Kumbh Mela is. So it's not, all the Vaishnavas, they have also naturally these siddhis, but they don't show them. So all is with the Vaishnavas. So we are not in search of this, but all this is possible. So so Srila Bhakti Hridaya Bhan Goswami, he's explaining there also in that book how sometimes he would, most of the time he would stay in these are called chattis, these are places where the pilgrimage stay. Nowadays they are maybe a little bit more developed. That time when I was there in Kedarnath, it just happened that a year before, the whole Kedarnath village or down, this area where some guest houses were built, it was all destroyed. Because somehow the Lord got some, he was not pleased with their service or whatever. And it happened at so many things, but the temple always is intact there. It's made of very solid stone. It's a complete stone temple. You never saw something like this. Who can build this there, up in these mountains, at this height, 4,000 meters or something. So it is an unimaginable, very magical, mystical place. When I was there, then I went out in the morning, it was ice cold, you have to, there's nothing warm to drink, nothing warm they have some tents, by the pilgrimage they have to stay. This is from the army, they have got this from the British, and there are some army tents, and they have some sleeping bags inside, which everybody uses. There you can no more say, oh, this purity and this thing. No, you have just to go in one of them, because otherwise you freeze the whole night. Anyway, I was not really sleeping, but then I get up in the morning, do Mangalarti, like 4 o'clock something, all pitch dark black, and you look, the sky, you feel like the stars, you can just touch. It's really like the roof of the earth, the Himalayas. And then all crystal clear. And then you have to go, so people come slowly out, they make a line. And then the puja started. The pujari is starting, and when he goes out, like usually in some temples, also in Vrindavan, they go outside with the deep, with the candles, and then they show it outside. So it depends on which temple they do it, because there's something important, so they show. But what was his ritual, that he showed it to the Himalaya, to the backside of that mountain wall, very huge, massive mountain wall, which is there. And then, at that time, it was such a star constellation that the moon was like the same sickle moon, like Shiva has on his head. And that moon was coming out from behind that mountain, and it looked like really that these are the hairs of Shivji, and there he's wearing this moon upon. And the pujari was showing his candle or his light there up. It was amazing. You cannot explain this in words. I'm foolish. I'm trying to explain something which is not possible, because it's really magic, nothing else. And but so what I wanted to say that now I lost a little bit the track, but it's good to remember also sometimes this experience there. So Srila Bhakti Bhaktivedanta Goswami, he went there also, but their pure devotees, they had also so much mystical experiences there. For example, in Yamuna tree, Srila Bhakti Bhaktivedanta Goswami, he had the direct darshan of Yamuna Devi. Can you imagine Yamuna Devi standing before him? So this kind of devotees we have in our Guru Varga. They are not ordinary devotees. There are things happening in this world with these pure devotees we cannot even imagine in dream. So also Srila Goswami had the darshan of Shivji there. And he said, I was going in one pathway and there was one closed passage, with snow and stones, and somehow he went inside, and then this opened, this where only one person can go inside. There is no more space. So he's explaining, and then he entered into that area because somehow this gate opened, like that. Okay, I don't remember now, but there was one Alibaba. No, he has also this stone is going out and closing again. But Alibaba was catched inside because he could no more remember his mantra. Maybe you know this, but anyway. So he was going inside, and then he went, and then he's saying that there was a huge, you cannot imagine such a garden at this place. Suddenly outside there was snow and this and that ice, and then there inside there were all beautiful flowers which nobody can imagine. And nobody has ever seen, like heavenly garden. And that is what Babaji Maharaj is also explaining. There are the gardens in the Himalayas, which ordinary humans, they have no access, but in that way, maybe Srila Bhakti Goswami must be one of these gardens, and then they come to pluck flower there for their pujas, for their heavenly pujas. So these things are happening in these areas. They're very, very mystical. So one cannot imagine. And then he had also the darshan of Shiva there, I think also Ganga Devi, if I remember right, but pure devotees, so why not? And these are areas which are completely free from this. If some ordinary person is going up, he is just experiencing, maybe he will not even come so far, or you cannot reach those places. One of my friends also one devotee which I know, he is from Switzerland, and he also knows how to go in the mountain and this and that, and he went also this area once. And he went to one cave, and there was one yogi, and somehow they had some conversation, and he was living there because you can really see everywhere. I also saw some person just in one cave, he's sitting there all day long, and they have some they stand in the ice cold water with 1 feet the whole day for many, many hours. Once the army was going there, it was published in the internet, I saw it somewhere, some shortcut. The Indian army went up there to have some training camps. I also saw them. They have one base there, and they have different kinds of training. And each day they go far and far in the mountains. So one time they went and they saw just one naked yogi coming out laughing. You can see, because one of these army guys, he had a handy and he filmed that. And then this yogi, Hare Ram or something he said, and it just went by through the snow. He's going naked in the snow and doing whatever there in this area where nobody goes. So very, very very, very mysterious. And so, yeah, that was the experience, what they all had. I mean, Srila Bhakti so much, those, and after that trip, he went to Vrindavan, as I said before, to stay there. So it's very nicely explained. And in this, the pathway to Vaikuntha. So yeah, I think we can stop. I mean, there's so much, Ananta Shesh will not be able to glorify Shivji Maharaj, so how can I, a tiny soul, say something? I try my best, what I remember, what I can, by the grace of Guru and Vaishnava. And we can especially pray to Shivji Maharaj, because he is also the Mool Ahankara Tattva. So Mool Ahankara Tattva means that, because you see, we think in this world that we can enjoy Prakriti, but Prakriti is Parvati, no? It is Durga, it is Shivji's wife. So how you can enjoy the wife of Shiva? All Prakriti, all nature, material nature is Prakriti. So it's not meant for us to enjoy, but we think it is for us here. That's why Babaji Maharaj always say, do you think that who can enjoy whom? Purava can enjoy Urvashi, the heavenly damsels, or Urvashi can enjoy with Purvara. So it is not possible. No, it is Prakriti. That if one soul, if those two souls come now out of Prakriti, means out of the body, then you can no more identify who is a girl and who is a man, who is a woman, who is a man. It's all Prakriti. So if today we can pray to Shivji Maharaj, this false ego of trying to enjoy Prakriti independently, he will tear out from our heart, that tendency to try to, because anyway, Shivji will enter into our chitta, and he is always the sole enjoyer of Prakriti. But out of illusion of false ego, the jiva, the bonded jiva thinks, I am the enjoyer, but actually it's Shivji. We are so much, we think of I and my with this body, but actually it's Shivji enjoying through us. We have no right, and it's never possible. Like Ravan could never kidnap Sita, so we can also never enjoy Prakriti, Parvati, Durga. No, it's not possible. That's why Shivji Maharaj, he is dressing himself as like a very tamasic person, he's putting ash on his body just to show that yes, you see, you are so attached to this body, you gave so many hours in front of the mirror just to design or to decorate this body, but what will happen? I smeared with the ash, that's why I want to remember you always. And also he is having no home, and in this way he also shows, in this way you cannot be happy just by in these palaces, wherever you are. It's just Shivji Maharaj, he is giving blessings to others, because foolish people, they will go to Parvati, Durga and Shivji, oh please bless me with this building, and they will give. But at the end they know this is poison for them. And they only become more and more entangled in material matter, and it's very, very difficult for them to come out. So that's why he himself, okay, he's giving these blessings, but he himself is living under trees. He's living, showing that simple life and high thinking. What to speak. And also, one thing we can remember today, that his eagerness to listen Harikatha, Gaura Katha. Then in Navadvip Dham is one place, it is called Hamsavahan. And there the pastime happened that Lord Shiva heard that Veda Vyas, there would speak about Gaura Katha. And then he was so eager just to run there that he thought, oh no, Nandi, it will be too slow. So I have to jump on this swan. And there was one Hamsa, and Shivji jumped on this Hamsa, this swan, and flew like the speed of the mind more fast to this place to listen. That eagerness to listen Harikatha, that we can pray also to Shivji, that something in our heart can develop. Because there is one deity, where you can see Shivji not riding on Nandi, the bull, but Shivji riding on the Hamsa, Vahan, one swan. So this is very beautiful, and it's that bath, no, which also Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami showed when he stepped on the scorpion, no? He didn't mind. He could not imagine just to miss the Harikatha. He put on his feet because it was dark, and in his shoe was one scorpion and bite him. Dangerous. Black blood was coming out. What would we do? He would just immediately, call the doctor, the ambulance or something. But he just let it and went to see Prabhupada, because at that time Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta was giving Harikatha. And he saw him after he said, I see you sitting a little bit, some grief in your face. No? What happened? Yes, Prabhupada, this happened. Oh, really? And then Prabhupada was very happy to see the eagerness for Harikatha. And so all these things we can pray. And today is also Shiva Ratri, but that, I don't know if you all know why, but this will be too long, I think. So we can stop, I think. Huh? Or what is it? That day today, Shiva Ratri, how this, because the Sati, she is also known as Dakshayani, means like the daughter of Daksha, as it's the pastime in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And so she was devoted, to Shiva from a young age, and she liked to actually become his consort. But her father Daksha was not approving, and she did also some austerity, and Shiva finally he accepted her also as the wife. But as we know that because Daksha, he was very arrogant, and he organized this yagya, but deliberately somehow he did not invite Shiva. So, and Sati, she felt humiliated, because so all are invited, but she and her husband cannot attend, and so Daksha insulted also Shivji in her presence already, like very critical, and then it happened that Sati sacrificed also herself in that fire of that yagya. She was doing, she burned herself, and Shiva became very angry for that, and he was dancing, and a dance like of anger. He destroyed everything. It's all there in the Bhagavatam. But then, so Sati, she was reborn as Parvati, the daughter of the king of the Himalayas there, and so her goal was again to reunite with Shiva. And even though she had a very nice surrounding and this and that, but she was only focused on that, And but Lord Shiva at that time, when he has lost his, before Sati, he became very detached from everything, and he just was in the mountains, in the Himalaya, somewhere, doing his own tapasya and meditation. And then also Parvati, she started to do very strong and intense tapasya for many years. And they all were happy with her, all the devatas, the demigods, but somehow Shiva, he was not really moved by this. And to awaken somehow Shiva from his meditation, all the demigods, they had some idea. They thought, they were asking Kamadev, the Cupid, the god of love, to help, to shoot like one arrow of love to Shivji, but he was failure, just in short, and when Shivji opened his eyes, he burned Kamadev, Cupid. So in that way, Shivji became also known as Kamvijay. He's the defeater of Kamadev, the Cupid. And Parvati is still there. She was she was in her tapasya mood, and now Shiva also he saw, and he became also pleased with her devotion, but still he wanted to test her sincerity, and he appeared in front of her like an old ascetic or someone, old man, and he was just questioning that, yes, he was also saying that Shivji, you see, he is just ash covered, the witches and ghosts, they are his consorts, they follow him, and he's wearing tiger skin, so he's living on the cremation ground, so this and that. But somehow Parvati could not be brought away from her steady mind, and she was so fixed, and finally Shiva, he revealed his true identity to her, and then it just started what is called Shiva Ratri also, that union of Parvati and Shiva, and the big festival and marriage took place, and like this. So this is that occasion which we can also remember on this day. So yeah, in short, this is something what I could say, and I thank you for that, because it's also, I'm really happy to have to live in a place where somehow Shivji is tolerating me, because I can daily get up and offer also some Ganga Jal and some Belpatra, and even though I have no qualification, but somehow Babaji Maharaj bestowed that mercy upon me, so this day, that's why it's also very special to me. And we did in the morning, we had Abhishek here, and we offer something nice to Shivji Maharaj. So it was all in all very beautiful, and now also with you I could discuss something, and in that way we could remember somehow some very insignificant glories of the Lord. But for me it's already a great satisfaction. Okay, I hope somehow that we can also get Shivji's blessings, Parvati Devi's blessings, and all the associates of Shivji's blessings, so that we can really get out of this illusion and get attachment to what is really ours, what is our place, our Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, okay then, thank you for your time, and all glories to Sisi Guru and Gauranga. Jai Ho, Dandavad.